She was like kidnapped when she was 14, and then 200 years later, fully grown, she appeared on a boat covered in blood. So possible.
Okay, that's fun.
I'll sidle along the ledge toward the crack.
So I need to know anyone who is wearing medium or heavy armor,
Hey, how's it going?
which I think is going to be Romney and Javid.
David, I
He's
thought you
wearing
just had light armor. Do you have medium? What are you
Thought we
wearing?
upgraded you.
Studded, it's light.
Yeah, I thought you had hide armor. That's light, right?
No, I've got studded.
Oh, you've studded leather. That's still very much light.
Yeah, I'm the only one wearing actual armor.
Okay.
I'm the only one wearing
so
actual armor and also have.
I need you to, those of you who are making, going to sidle along this ledge, I need you to make acrobatics checks.
I'm gonna go like I'm gonna do it, and then be like, wait, and then fly. And then I'll be there to like.
Yeah, actually, I suppose I could just literally. Can I just walk along the edge because like I have spider climb.
As soon as Fire tries to fly away, you're in a dream. Your wings don't work. It's
No.
you feel extra heavy today for some reason.
Okay.
Can I walk on walls, or is that also taken away?
As far as you can tell, you cannot walk on walls. You put your foot to step up on it, and it just kind of slips down. You're trapped on Terra like the rest of them.
No, this is just wrong. This is wrong.
Let's see.
Oh my goodness.
This is going well.
Oh my.
Now, does this count as difficult terrain?
No.
Right, you're just so used to flying. You never actually walked anywhere.
I don't like it.
I will let Briar roll with advantage because she is small. So it doesn't you're kind of, I guess, walking normally along this little ledge.
Roll again or nah?
Yeah, go ahead and roll again. We'll see if you can do better than a 3.
Natural 1 twice in a row.
We're off in a pit of lava.
I feel like 13's okay.
All right, so we've got a 22, a 13, 6, 12, 14, and a...
Yeah, a little bit. I snapped fast. I skipped breakfast, so I'm just like horking some chips down.
All right, so as you guys are traveling, attempting to squeeze your way along,
Suddenly we're all naked because it's a dream.
It's a dream, yes.
God, no, please no.
I haven't studied for the exam.
Falling out.
There's a misstep. A section of the ledge kind of crumbles and falls away, and suddenly Javid, in the lead, is dangling off of the ledge. As the rest of you kind of are trying to recover and like figure out how to grab Javid, the rest of the ledge just like falls away underneath you, and you plummet. Not into the lava, but onto strangely, another ledge. About 30 or 40 feet below, you land with thuds and cracks on your back. I will say, Ezra, you can make, because you have special monk falling stuff, you would be able to
I
do that for
do.
this. So it is going to be a roll.
Trying to find it. The slow fall. I reduce all falling damage by 35 damage. So I take damage over 35, but under that I don't take any damage at all. But yeah,
Now,
it's slow fall. Beginning at level 4, you can use your reaction when you fall to reduce any falling damage you take by an amount of 5 times your monk level, which is 35 right now because I'm level 9. Or 45, excuse me. 'Cause I'm level 9. Or no, my monk level is... No, it's 35 because my monk level is 7. I had it right the first time.
Now I have to
So
figure
you
out.
roll damage and then I just reduce it by 35.
All right, so it would be 11 bludgeoning damage to each of you. And you land with a crack on a lower ledge. It is immensely hot here as well. And I need each of you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Katie, can you wait?
Told you, corpse on a sunny day, not a good thing.
All right. So the save was quite easy for this one. Javid actually almost didn't pass, but you can tell that it is going to get much more difficult as time goes on.
Is there a way to get back up?
As each of you stands and surveys the space around you, you can tell that your pad that you kind of landed on, it's this great pillar rising out of the lava. There are a number of smaller ones kind of leapfrogging their way some distance towards another wall about 80 to 100 feet in front of you. However, there are two paths, one to the left, one to the right. You can see on the right path near the wall, there is some kind of figure, a body or a creature of some kind lying prone and stationary on the furthest pad.
Romney, which direction?
Is the object that I'm looking for on that pad with said body?
Yes, it is.
That's our guy. He has our thing.
Before we go jumping on pads, maybe we could rope each other together so if somebody falls, they get caught by the others.
Wouldn't that just take us all down?
No, we would hold on and the person would be caught and not fall into the lava. Alpine hiking style.
I mean, I just feel like if like somebody chunky fell, they would cause us all to fall. As I look at Romney.
How many feet out is that body?
80, 90 feet.
Well, okay. Do we all need to go up there, or do we just need to get the thing and then come back here?
Yeah, I feel like we just need to get the thing, right? So we only need one person to go out to get the thing.
Like, could Dimension over there? But I'm feeling like maybe I should let somebody borrow my cape in case the body is playing dead. I'm good at it if it's dead, but playing dead, that's
Why don't you take Briar with you? Like, you can jump over there and take Briar with you, and then if it's playing dead, Briar can just kill it.
How much jumping
It's
is
not dead, we
required
make it dead.
to get there? Can we
Well,
just walk
Dimension
or
Door is up to 500 feet, so if you can just zap over there.
Do it twice though. Suppose we could
No.
walk back.
it's a one person.
Plebeians.
I thought you can take
So-
you and then somebody your size or smaller.
No.
For Dimension Door?
That's the spell. She has the Cape of Mountebank.
Oh.
But either way, even the spell is for one person.
No,
No,
the
the
spell is you and one other person.
You teleport yourself from your current location to any other spot within range.
Dimension Door, I know you can take another person. I used to have that spell with a different character.
Emily also used to have that spell. So it would be a fair few jumps to get over to the body. As you are having this discussion, there's an echoing groaning noise, grinding of stone on stone that seems to just kind of slightly above the din of the rolling lava.
Can I peek my head out over the ledge?
Okay, enough talking. I'm going to take a running jump and start trying to bound across toward the body.
Okay, so it is either acrobatics or athletics, your choice on this. I need to check
Plus
from Judy.
9.
Phew.
I peek my head out over the lava to see if I can see what's the sound is.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
I'm gonna follow Javid because I don't trust his ability to not fall, and I want to be there to try to catch him.
Azrael can't stick the walls. Briar can't fly.
Yeah, but I
I
can still
assume that
parkour
I've
real
likewise
well.
lost my climbing speed.
Yes.
I think everybody but me should be able to fly. The dream.
Can I like determine what, like based on what's talking and just thinking about it, can I determine what we're losing and why we're losing it? Like, is it just innate abilities that are going away? Are we losing magic? Are we losing things given to us by greater beings? Like, what all is going away?
It's the nightmare fuel.
Yeah, it's kind of, you're in a nightmare and you're losing everything that would make it not quite so nightmarish.
When you try to punch something in a dream.
And your arms are trapped and you can't punch as hard, or you're trying to run away from something and you just can't run as fast as you think you should be able to.
Amos has opinions.
So Briar, you cannot pinpoint exactly what the sound is, but it is constant and it's very faint. You can tell whatever it is. It sounds like stone grinding on stone, but it is not very quick. And it does kind of sound like it's coming from the other path.
Because whatever that is, it's creeping up on us from the other path.
Yeah, it's probably some kind of lava denizen.
I'm just gonna send Gamby to grab the damn stone from the body.
Well,
What now? What now?
I think Javid and I jumped over there to grab the stone.
As Javid and Asriel arrive at the body, you can see as you get closer that it appears to be the incapacitated body of the same dwarf that you had met earlier, the mage Gorance twin X. But he is passed out and just, asleep on the ground in front of you. You two can hear the grinding noise a bit louder, and about maybe 30, 40 feet, like off to your left, is the end of the other path. And the two of you can see that very well obscured on the other side is around a very strangely shaped corner is a door, and the door is sliding closed ever so slowly.
That is probably our exit.
Yeah, can I just run towards the door to try to hold it open?
You would have to run all the way back to the pad that everyone else is on, and then all the way along the other path.
So it's not in front of us. Okay, I'm just gonna scream out, grab that door, as I'm like running towards it.
I scream out, "Hi!" and then run for it.
All right, so
I'm going with Briar.
okay, so whoever's going to run towards the door, can I get you guys to make acrobatics or athletics checks? And then, can I get from Asriel / Javid, if you guys are going back the other day, can I get you guys to make another set of acrobatics or athletics checks?
We need to pat the body down and see if he's got the crystal, right?
I thought we grabbed the crystal.
He did
You
not
probably
have.
ought to.
Oh,
If he's
yeah,
just
grab the crystal
incapacitated,
first.
you should grab him if you can.
But the object that I can still see is with him.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Oh.
should we just grab the body? Is what you're saying?
Bring the body.
Or, like,
Okay.
he's just
yeah,
sleeping.
okay.
Maybe we can bring him back to himself.
Okay, I mean, I'm not very strong, but I mean, Javid, do you want to help me carry the body?
Well, if a quick pat down does not turn up the crystal, and we think the crystal is with the body, perhaps inside, or the body embodies the crystal, then yeah, we're going to have to bring the body back. So we'll hoist him up and try to fling him across the gaps.
All right, so he is fairly heavy, and you can tell that the two of you will probably need to help each other to get back.
Okay, can the two of us carry the body together back?
Correct. But doing so would definitely put you guys at disadvantage for whatever checks you're in.
Now I want to use a rope. I want to tie a rope under his arms and toss
And
the
drag
rope
him?
across the gap so that somebody on the other side can hold on to that, and maybe we even ferry him across. What do you call it? The not bosun's seat. The thing they use to shuffle bodies between ships. Anyway, tie him up under his arms, and then chuck one into the other side across the gap, and see if we can winch him across it, as it were.
Yeah. Or drag him or something.
Well, we've got a gap to cover, so he's going to be dangling
I mean, that's fine, right? Like, we should have enough
on the
strength
rope.
to like
Yeah.
So
carry him.
as you two are discussing this, Romney and Briar, you're kind of leaping from spot to spot, but it's taking you a while. One of you like jumps over, almost misses, and kind of has to pull yourself back up onto it, leaping again, going incredibly slowly as you try to make your way across. Snow, you're able to bound directly to the other side. You kind of turn and look back. And you can see Romney, Breyer struggling to get across. Dimitar still back on the first pad, and Javid and Azriel are trying to figure out how to maneuver the dwarf out of the situation. And the door behind you is sliding shut. Like underneath it, fair bit. It's like at your head and just lowering.
Now that we're close
There
to
is a passageway. There does not necessarily appear to be an operating mechanism. However, there is a gearing system on the other side. All right, go ahead and give me. I guess what are you shoving? You have a what? Like a mining pickaxe?
Or is that
That would do it. Go ahead and give me a. No, athletics. But I'll let you use your dex, I guess. Just got to aim the pickaxe in. You're going to roll a dexterity check, but you're going to use your athletics modifier.
positive to do that.
So you have a +2 to. Are you proficient in athletics checks?
Yes.
All right. So it's a dexterity check that you're proficient in.
So you would add the +3 because proficiency above level 5 is 3 between 5 and 10. So whatever your strength mod is +3, that's that's the check.
Well, is your athletics different from your dexterity modifier?
Yeah, like what's your dex mod compared to your strength mod? 5 is which one? All right, and then what's your strength mod? Okay, so then add 3 to that, and that's what the roll is. Math is good.
It's good. That's much better. Okay, so you kind of like land the pickaxe into the gears. You like can see a couple of these little strange looking teeth in the mechanism. You scrape them away and it just starts to slow. It doesn't stop. It's like kind of like lurching forward. You can see the gears are moving slowly, but it is slowed. You appear to have given everyone else a few more moments. So, what are Javid and Azrael doing? Actually, what's Dimitar doing? We'll do that.
I was gonna ask if there's any room left on the plate that the body, Azrael, and Javid are on.
Well, I mean, yes, but they've gone the wrong direction.
But they're getting the body.
Yes.
Right. So you want to help us get the body because we're trying to like maneuver some type of pulley drag system. Like if we help tie up the body, do you want to stay over there and we can throw the rope and you can pull and we can carry and maybe the 3 of us can get the body over faster.
Well,
Sure.
look at Dimension Door and you're right, it can carry an additional person. It's further down in the description. So I was just going to use the cable mount bank and grab him and we'll just transport to the
Has
door.
to be willing, and I don't think a body can be willing if you're unconscious.
You can't dimension door an unconscious person.
You have to be
Oh,
conscious to consent.
yeah.
You can dimension door everything you're carrying, right? Can she carry him?
It's not an object though, so that's the problem. Like
Yeah.
if it was dead, she could carry it, but because it looks like he's just unconscious, then she can't carry it. Because if he's not dead, he's not an object. He's still a creature, he's just an unconscious creature that can't consent.
Do we have a way to make him conscious?
Well,
Great, undead man. Be great. Um, I mean, okay, if we don't think we can wake him up, I feel like we're just shouting across the cavern. Can you wake him up?
so wait, I have, let me check my spells. I could try to heal him. So he's unconscious, right?
Correct.
Okay, let me try to heal him. I'm gonna do a heal spell. Let's see. Um yeah, so I just scream at him like, "Wake up!" and he heals 6 hit points.
So he wasn't unconscious because he was at 0 hit points. He is magically rendered unconscious.
So even my 6 hit points won't do anything.
Well, I mean, he's at he's not unconscious because he was at 0. He's just like asleep.
Can I slap him really hard?
He is magically rendered unconscious.
That's not a no. Yeah, that's not a no.
Yeah, I'm just gonna slap him a few times, see if that does anything.
I mean, as you're kind of like batting his cheeks around, this little dwarf is just like taking it. He's kind of flopping around, but he does not seem to be responding.
Yeah, then can we just rig some type of pulley system with the rope and see if we can just drag him?
You can certainly try. I feel like that would be a little difficult.
I
Yeah, without the
So sleight of
pulley
hand to
tackle.
try to tie
Uh,
the rope up and kind of tie the rope so he's kind of like a sled.
Could we polymorph him so that you can carry him?
Ooh, that's a good point. Yeah, we could totally do that. Can you do that?
I can do that.
Yeah, let's do that. Make him like, I don't know, a frog or something. I can put him in my pocket.
I'll make him a lizard because it makes sense in a lava area right now.
Okay. All right.
Um,
Yeah. Make him a lizard, and I'll put him in my pocket.
all right. Can I run over there and like try to polymorph him into a bearded dragon?
I think you only need to be within like 30 feet, don't you?
60 feet, but I think
Feet.
I was 90 feet away, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
So can I get an acrobatics or athletics check from you?
You're not getting athletics.
Have I made it to the door yet?
Probably about this point, yes. You and Briar have finally gotten to the other side.
And it's still moving?
Yes, definitely. Very slowly, but it is certainly still moving. You can see it's starting to like warp and bend the pickaxe that Snow put in there. Dimitar, you're able to jump a couple closer to the body, so you're within 60 feet.
And I'm casting polymorph. It's good that you hit points because I got some for the spell.
So when she casts him into a lizard, I'm just gonna put him in my pocket and then try to run back over towards the door.
He's probably trying to find something in the fight. That can't happen.
Are you guys able to see my rolls?
No, I don't see your rolls.
All right. So
I assume you don't
targeting
want us to.
targeting the dwarf, cast the spell, and he turns into a small unconscious lizard.
And then I'm just running towards the door. You guys
Okay.
got
So to go the other way, can I get you guys to make some more acrobatics or athletics checks? No, just the straight rolls this time, because you guys are holding a lizard and not a full-size dwarf.
oof. I hope the lizard still has his beard.
A bearded lizard.
Literal.
Running the other direction, Briar and Romney, just as you guys had gotten to the passage where Snow was standing there shouting encouragement, you turned and you watched as the dwarf just turned into a lizard. They shoved him in their pockets and they began sprinting the other direction. Demetari, as you're like hopping from one to the other, you like get back to the first path. Then you turn and you start heading the other direction, kind of like slowly hopping, and you like miss one of the jumps and you start to fall, and then like two hands just like grab your jacket and start like running with you to the other side as Jabid and Azrael have you.
We got
Thanks.
you, girl. Don't worry.
Heroes should never wear capes.
You guys get to the other side. You kind of slip through the doorway. As the door is about waist height, you guys kind of like have to like crouch and slide underneath it. But you make it out to the other side. And
Can I see that lizard?
Yeah, here you go. And I hand Briar the lizard.
as you guys turn, kind of like blink for a moment, you find yourself standing in a clearing of the forest. And Azrael, as you produce what you thought was the lizard from your pocket, it is another gemstone.
This was a lizard. It was a lizard, right, Javid? It was a lizard. Why is it not a lizard? As I
We
like stare
concerned
at
that
it.
it's not also a man?
Does that make me an alchemist?
Well, since it's a rock, can I hold it?
First, and I'll hand you the rock.
So who's
I'll take
collecting
care
the
of
gemstones? We're collect all three of the set and turn them in for prizes at the end.
But we only have one more left.
So, all right.
Who's got the other one?
Well,
Did
the other
Romney?
one's in the dwarf that was in the tree. We put it in him.
We got to go back to the tree
Well, I
and
mean,
put this one in too.
yeah, and then we got to find the other one as well.
This is a fun little quest, I'm gonna be honest.
All right. So, what are you guys doing now?
Can we try to find the tree the dwarf was at?
As you kind of turn and look around, you recognize that there is another clearing, another path through the forest.
Is this a new path or like the old one?
They all look the same.
I should think my woodscraft would give me the ability to tell one path from another.
You make a nature check. totally new trees. Never seen these ones before in your life. So, are you guys following the path?
We're gonna
Yeah,
strike
I
out
guess
and
so.
try to find the either the tree or the third stone. Um, Romney, are you able to locate a
I was just about to ask, am I getting
uh,
any other signatures other than what's in Briar's hand?
Yeah, no other signatures right now. How long does that spell?
An hour.
Okay. No, it lasts for 10 minutes.
Oh, 10 minutes. My bad. It's probably gone then.
Yeah, it's probably gone now. You guys were sidling along that lava platform for quite some time.
So this looks different than the path that we saw before, right?
I mean, it looks the same. Trees are trees, you
we
know.
determined that we can't tell?
Can you
It's the same
Romney,
forest. You guys are in the same place,
Romney,
but
can
it's
you cast that spell to find the dwarf? Or is that a different spell?
That would be a different one. I can find the gems. And I mean, he has one, so realistically, I should be able to find that, but I can't find him specifically.
But if you cast a spell for the gem, won't it lead you to the gem we already have?
I
Oh,
think it
just
will
one.
only show you this nearest of a specific one. So because you're right next to the gem, it would never show you another one.
Can I do a survival check, see if I can try to find the dwarf in the tree, like see if I can try to backtrack based off the way we came to try to find the tree the dwarf is in.
Sure. Go ahead and give me a survival check, and I'll take one from Javid as well. Oh wait, you already did one. That was to recognize the trees. I'll take another one from Javid. $28, huh? All right. So the two of you begin kind of making your way to the edge of the clearing, investigating this path. And Javid, you recognize pretty quickly that the path is simply where you need to go. You begin kind of walking along it. You round a couple turns, step over a log, and you find yourself looking down into the familiar clearing, the tree on the far side with its gnarled roots sheltering the dwarf.
All right.
The rest of you kind of catching up right behind Javid.
I'll go up to the tree, and although I cannot still speak with it, can I get down between the roots to the dwarf?
As you approach, the roots are wide enough apart for you to crawl underneath. You know, it's not like blocking you or anything.
All right. Well, if is Briar able to slip through?
I mean, all of you
I
can.
have.
Okay.
Okay, never mind.
So yeah, let's go in and put the stone in the setting, and let's then turn our attention to the third one.
I think we need to get a little bit away from this one for Romney to use this spell.
Okay, so as you kind of crawl down inside, you could see the dwarf at the far side. He's kind of wide-eyed and staring at you. The roots kind of squeeze as you get deeper, begin to slow your passage. You begin to almost feel claustrophobic and trapped. Briar is still able to move freely, but the rest of you are kind of struggling to get near him as it seems as though the tree is like dragging you away from him. He looks terrified.
Is this plant-based difficult terrain?
Can you avoid
Oh,
magical difficult terrain?
Oh, it's non-magical plants.
No, you cannot avoid this.
Well, can I go get him?
Briar can move freely, right?
Yeah.
I'll go get him. Shh, it's okay. It's okay.
Can I get you to make for me a persuasion check? And I'll give you advantage because you're very small and friendly looking.
And she buzzes in a most enchanting fashion.
We gotta start like slightly unscrewing the tops of her seasonings. That way, when she like accidentally dumps the whole thing out, she just accidentally rages while cooking, and she just rage quits.
Yeah, like her teeth are sharpened and she smiles and it looks like that, like, she's gonna eat you.
Yeah, you kind of crawl towards him and you've got like the gem, and you're like, "Shh, don't worry." And you smile. He's like, "Ah!" But you're strong enough. You like grab him and almost pull him towards you, and you put the gem into
Just
the
like
necklace.
dragging him to hell.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, and in Dwarvish, he's screaming like, "No, I don't want to, no!" But you're able to grab him, and you insert the gem into his necklace, and kind of almost with a snap, the tree stops squeezing and like withdraws, and the rest of you are able to catch your breath and speak freely. The dwarf is kind of looking around, wide-eyed, confused, no longer terrified. He's kind of looking around. He looks at the rest of you and who are you? I'm sorry, I don't really know how I got here.
Don't either. But
Uh,
we're trying to help you and ourselves get out of this. Do you happen to know where you are?
Oh, I'm going to assume that I made a mistake in my spell crafting. This
Yeah, that's
is
probably a good way to
probably
describe it.
that's disappointing. And he kind of looks down at the gem around his neck. And then he kind of looks up at Briar and he goes, "You look terribly familiar. Do I know you from somewhere? Have I met you before?"
My cousin. I get confused with my cousin all the time. Yeah, probably. Probably him.
He kind
Could
of,
I do an insight check on that? Like, is Briar
If you
lying?
one beetle, you've seen them all.
sure. Go
Yeah,
ahead and
I
make an insight
definitely want to roll an insight check on that. Is she lying?
Can I roll an insight check on that?
Sure, go ahead and roll an insight check.
Has he seen me before?
Um, so Azrael, the dwarf is kind of confused, and Briar is telling the truth, sort of, in a way. But Briar, you can tell this guy doesn't look familiar to you at all. You never met this guy before in your life. But he kind of thinks for a moment and he goes, "Is your name Barley?"
Oh shit! You do know my uncle. That's what's up. Okay.
And he goes, "Yes, yes, right. Yes, Barley. Great,
I'm
great,
sorry, my brother.
great fella."
Yeah. Okay. What's he doing? When's the last time
Uh, I was, where was I?
Stop biting
I was
yourself?
I was in Thalassa some time ago. Last I saw him, we were engaged in some uh, things together. Uh, but it is good to meet you. And your name is? I'm sorry, I don't know you. I don't believe he's ever mentioned family.
Sorry, my name's Briar. So were you close?
We were certainly friends, and we've worked together on occasion. But it is good to meet you.
It's good to meet you too. Sorry, I almost scared you to death.
No, my apologies to each of you. And he kind of looks around at all of you, like you're like sweaty and tired and like kind of bloody and like dirty looking. And he's like, I can tell you're having a very good time.
Your mind is a dark place.
Yes. Well, we all have our nightmares and such.
Speaking of dark places in your mind, do you know where your mind might have put the third gem?
Um,
We could find a point out who would like to get you out of here and us.
well, if you give you a minute, my mind is still, I'm afraid, a little bit foggy. Uh, how did you come to be in here? I'm afraid obviously, with the exception of my good friend Briar here, I don't really recognize the rest of you. I'm not sure I would understand how you came to be here. Barley doesn't really engage in such sorts of things, so, and as well, he was quite far away last I saw him.
We we've kind of met you in the real world, and you were sleeping, and we kind of needed your help. And the people that work, I guess, under you, first of all, you need to have a talk with them because useless. Secondly, I guess I should get to the point. We touched your crystal and said the magic word so that we could help you get out of here.
Ah, okay. You came to us, the Mage Guild, for assistance.
Yeah.
What was it you were working on?
Transportation.
Transportation. Wow. Well, I am the
That's
expert in that sort of thing. It might take me a little bit to get back to form once we return. And I will say that your assistance in this regard is most appreciated. I will be more than willing to send you wherever you need to go and for whatever purpose you need to go there. Maybe just once or twice. Not too many times. It gets expensive, but you get what I'm saying.
Perhaps we can get one transport and upgrades on the trying to say less than first class items that your fellow guild members fobbed off on us.
Uh, Certainly, I'm sure I can ask some questions and figure out what exactly is going on once I return. Your assistance is most appreciated. As to where the final piece may be, the one that will grant me control over the dream state, most likely it is with the thing that I'm most afraid of.
Oh, well, why are scarecrows so terrifying?
Haven't you
Well,
seen them? Terrifying things.
it's
Never
all
know if
in
they're
their
real or
name.
not.
Scare, right?
Yeah, right. Scary. That's what they do. They scare you.
Provided you're a crow, of course.
Yes. It is a little bit cozy down here. Do we all mind if we kind of get out from underneath this tree that I appear to be under?
Yeah, no, not at all.
All
I
right.
thought that was just your little safe space.
No, I must have crawled down here for some reason. I'm not really sure what's going on.
I mean, the tree's been protecting you. Do you have something with trees? Like, like I try not to judge. I'm just saying, like, do you and trees have a certain type of relation?
We still have our handy dandy goggles, right? That happened.
Yes, I think Demetari is wearing them, correct?
Yeah, you Demeter is the one with the goggles. Romney gave everybody else the ability to just see in the dark.
You're muted.
I don't. Okay, there we go. My dark vision only lasts an hour, so probably not at this point.
You guys can probably have it. Maybe not for much longer, but uh,
All right.
and actually, so as you begin to wind yourselves along this new path, the path twists and turns with Gorance kind of talking to each of you in turn. He asks you who you are, where you're from, uh, just learning a little bit about everyone, making friends, figuring out what you guys are, what you're after. He asks really great questions about where you see yourselves in 5 years, that kind of thing.
I don't answer any of his questions. I just stare at him.
As he's like asking these questions and Azrael's just kind of staring at him, he's like, he kind of looks in at you and kind of like sizes you up for a minute. And he's like, huh, interesting. And you can tell that he's got this like kind of he has a rather kind of in this circumstance kind of a piercing gaze, as though he sees something about you more than surface level.
Can I roll an insight check just to see like if I can figure out what he's seeing?
Sure, go ahead and roll insight. Okay. You can tell that he is as he is staring at you, you can feel strangely your symbiote kind of squirming a little bit, like as though he is looking not at you, but at the entity that resides within you.
Can I ask her if she knows him?
The kind of the voice kind of responds, I do not know this dwarf in particular, but I do recognize his kind. And the dwarf's just kind of looking at you, and then he kind of, interesting. And he wanders off and claps like Romney on the shoulder. You, young man, tell me about yourself.
Yeah,
I
I'm
just
just
launch into a spiel about my god, obviously.
He is very intrigued and interested in hearing it. Azrael, your kind of symbiote definitely feels uncomfortable having been inspected by another individual.
I'm gonna watch him carefully and then, maybe kill him in his sleep later.
Time would be now, right?
Well,
Like,
we're in his mind. We need to get
Isn't
out
she
of his
out?
mind first.
Well, don't
Oh,
you
yeah.
know you die in a dream, you die in real life?
Yeah, exactly.
true.
But then we're stuck in his dream, and I don't really want that. This guy's demented.
All right. Javid, in front of you, suddenly the trees begin to like shrink and they Their bark shifts and changes shape as you walk, and suddenly you find yourself standing within ruins. The rubbles of some ancient building arise around you. You realize you are standing within some kind of ancient church of some kind. In a great hall, huge pillars holding up this buttressed ceiling, huge sections of it have fallen away. It is quite dark here. The dwarf
See a like a tabernacle. Some kind of a room or structure where
you
valuable
do not.
things are placed.
What you do see is at an altar, there are a few kind of golden but tarnished jewels and other such things, items of worship. The dwarf kind of stops interacting with each of you. He was previously fairly jovial and friendly, and now he's kind of gone silent. He's kind of looking around at this building, and he begins to kind of like weave through the rest of your group to the front and slowly approaching the step. All of you are kind of watching him as he heads up to the top. He begins like kind of lifting up some of the religious icons, setting them back down, just kind of looking at them curiously. And mutters, looks around. And then behind you, there's suddenly this like cold breeze that washes over your back. And one by one, as you kind of feel this like sensation, the hairs on the back of your neck kind of stand straight. Your goose pimples prick up across your arms, and there's just this force behind you. And as you turn ever so slightly, the hall behind you is pitch black. And suddenly, eyes begin to glow, massive ones, and this great black beak forms out of the darkness. And he goes, "Oh no, the scarecrow!" And he dives behind the table in front of it.
What?
Can I run up and punch the scarecrow?
All right. So as you begin to sprint towards it, this icy wind, this gale blasts you in the chest. And I need each of you to make dexterity saving.
You'd have advantage, Briar.
Rolled it right before you said so. It's probably okay though.
Twelve, 7, 20. All right. So, Snow and Javid, the two of you pass on the save, and you're probably further away from it as this like icy wind gusts over you. So you, Javid and Snow, you guys would take 12 cold damage, and you suffer no other ill effects. However, Asriel, Demetari, Briar, and Romney, this icy wind blasts you. You take 24 cold damage, and you're just like frozen in place.
Can Briar roll again? Because she didn't roll with advantage and she should.
Oh, yes. I'll take another roll from Briar just in case you get higher. It was, I mean, are you Are you asking if you can halve the damage? You can halve the damage.
Are you saying deck save?
Yep, just roll me another deck save.
Was this magic? Like, could I use evasion?
What does evasion do?
Uh, uh, Evasion does. Give me 1 second. I will look it up for you. I have to find my stunning strike, physician stats. Here we go. When you are subject to an effect that allows you to make a dex saving throw to take only half the damage instead of no damage if you succeed, and half the saving throw, um, and only half if you fail. It's similar to the rogue's
Okay,
evasion.
yes, you would take 12. So Briar, at 19, you would save, so you are not frozen, and you only took 12 damage. All right, and before we get into the fight with the scarecrow, the literal scarecrow, I think that's where we're going to stop because I don't know how easily I'm going to be able to roll it. Well, I hope you guys had fun and enjoyed moving forward a little bit further in our story.
Are you going to be at Chris's next week?
Yeah, I should be at Chris's next weekend and be able to actually run the game.
Awesome. Thank you. No, this was an interesting little like delve into a dwarf's mind. I'm sure he'll have some more consequences in the campaign.
I will see you guys next weekend.
All right, bye.
All right.
Later.